In terms of 2016, from a political perspective, at the national level, the most important thing is going to obviously be the presidential election. That will overshadow everything else that goes on nationally. I think if you look at the Republican side, there are probably still 3 or 4 candidates, Trump potentially being one, although I'm still somewhat lukewarm on him becoming the actual nominee. I think Ted Cruz has had a good couple months. And the question is, will he continue to have a good couple months? The calendar favors Ted Cruz right now. Marco Rubio's been kind of a shining star among many in the Republican Party. The problem that Rubio has is the election math. There's not a clear state that he necessarily is going to win right out the gate. On the Democratic side, there's been a lot of discussion about Bernie Sanders potentially challenging Hillary Clinton. She's so thoroughly vetted, though. The establishment is so far behind her. She's got so much money. She's got so much organization. I'm not sure that he can sustain a national campaign, which is what you'll need to do, though, to win the nomination. In terms of Illinois state politics, the biggest question is obviously the budget. And believe it or not, we're going to have one. It still may take a little while, but eventually they're going to have to come to some sort of an agreement. It won't solve problems long term. It'll be what happens a lot of times at the federal level, where you put a Band-Aid over something and you kick the can down the road, which is what we've done in Illinois state politics for a long period of time and what Governor Rauner has said he wants to stop. But given how far apart he and the Democrats are right now, I don't see much more than a Band-Aid happening this year.
Among the big stories for 2016, I would say the 2 big technology stories are going to be virtual reality and AI. 2 things that we've been promised for decades will finally come into their commercial own. With the new technologies Oculus Rift, with the Samsung VR Gear, even Google Cardboard, which can take your cell phone and turn it into a VR display. We're going to have display systems that are really good. They have incredible depth, incredible resolution, and can keep up with our head tracking in a way that doesn't make us nauseous. The other development is going to be in AI. AI is already gaining traction with translation, with facial recognition, with image recognition, with recommendation algorithms. And the thing that's really going to take off in 2016 is these engines of artificial intelligence are being opened up to the world as a whole. And as a result, we're going to see a lot of new AI applications developed in the next year and a couple of years from there out.
Looking ahead to the year 2016 in the area of police, race, and technology in the United States, I see a lot of potential for increased accountability, more information about what police are doing and the nature of their interactions with citizens, more body cameras, which is something that we'll begin to see much more of in the state of Illinois. But we'll also begin to see much more record keeping, and in particular when police are using lethal force in their encounters with citizens. This will provide us with a whole new way of looking at and examining police accountability from 2016 moving forward.